Okay, we're ready to make our drawings. We've got one more thing to fix here, and that is we need to make sure that our front, right, left, and top views are correct. And notice my right view is slightly askew, which is causing things to not line up right. So I would like to align this bridge with the z-axis. So just click somewhere on maybe a central node, grab that circle right there and get it to point up. As long as these two are aligned with your your bridge axes, which looks pretty good, you can right click on it and choose at the very top align with Z, and notice there it is, my right and top views are aligned. Again, it's a matter of clicking on something and then dragging the little orienter into a place where you've got it vertical, and then right click align. So okay, we are ready to begin our drawings, and let's go. So we're going to insert a drawing. Notice we have everything organized. I click on all my tabs. I'm going to put my drawings right here at the home level, and I'm going to create a drawing. And we're going to choose from the Onshape templates, ANSI millimeter. Make sure you choose millimeters so everything's in metric. So we're going to start by bringing in assemblies, and we're going to bring the full bridge in here. And let's bring the isometric view in first to make sure everything's oriented right. We don't want the bridge to be upside down. Notice it's coming in very big. It's going to take up most of our space. So let's make it a little smaller. We can change the view scale to 1:4. Let's put it up here. It's a good place for it. We want to bring in some more views, so we'll choose let's go with the top view. Put that up. Oh, actually, we don't want the top view. It's coming in the wrong angle, and there's a reason for that. So hit escape, insert view. Let's go with the right view. That should be the correct orientation. So that's going to be good, and we're going to put that one right here. Okay, and notice what it's doing. It's allowing us to put the top view right above it here. And we're going to click here, and it allows us to put the side view. So we got all of our views, and we can move them all around. They all stay aligned, notice, because they're all aligned by their dimensions. So there's our top right and side view, and our isometric view. If you want to make things bigger, you can click here, right click and choose view properties, and you can change the scale of everything to something slightly larger. That's going to be different, so you may not want to do that. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so next thing we want is we want a bill of materials for this assembly. We can right click on any of the views and choose insert bill of materials for bridge. We want to make sure it's flattened, has all the items in it. We can put it anywhere it fits. Put it right here. And we have everything we need, except the reinforcements are a little hard to see, but we'll deal with those later. This is really a table of contents for our whole drawing set. So the next thing we want to do is do a call out. Call outs are going to have you show where these items are. So start with the first one. Maybe show nodes. These are going to be what we're called nodes. So let's make sure you don't grab the inside of the circle. You might get the strut by accident. There's a node. You can just keep going. Reinforcements will skip. Straws are these. Only have to label one of them. You don't have to keep going. We'll get the idea. Struts may be best to show here where you can see them clearly. There's 4. Top lateral brace. You can put that. It's pretty visible here. Here you might get confused with the top and bottom. Top lateral brace, and then this front and back bracing. There we go. Okay, so there's a few things I'll have you dimension on here. Dimensioning is pretty easy. You want to show that your bridge is in spec. There's a lot of different options for dimensions. The very first one tries to pick. So we want to show it is a center to center dimension. So we could try 2 point. Let's see if we can get the center. There we go. 1 point is center here, and the other point is center here. This should be our spec, which is 450 millimeters. You want to show that your bridge is in spec. It hasn't exceeded any spec. So you're going to want to dimension the opening there, which has the car opening. You're going to want to dimension the height to show that it's not over the height. So the dimensions, you might have to use line to line to show it's not too tall. Let's see, or point to line. Got a lot of options. Maximum or minimum distance, so that's probably what you want for the vertical spec. Oops, that's not the it's taking a diagonal on there. We can use line to line. It should tell you close enough. There we go, 132. I'm well within spec there. Bridge width is from the outside to the outside, 82 millimeters. And then let's see if we can get the distance between these two straws, which is 43, which is larger than the car. We also need the distance between these nodes, which should be 11.25, 112.5. So we need to do point to point for that. Point to point. So we should show this point here. This point here is 112.5, as is this one here. Oh, actually, we have symmetry. We'll just assume you know there's symmetry. So we'll put here, and there we go. Actually, this is an important spec. Let's keep going. We need to know they're all 112.5. And you can line them up. Okay. Look at the example drawing sets to see if I add anything after this video for this these dimensions. But that's your first page of the assembly. And let's go on to the second. Okay, the second page, we're going to click over here on Sheets. We should be able to notice zooming works a little bit. If you're in the middle, you'll zoom, pan, it's the same way. There's our first sheet. We can close it. We can rename this sheet. Rename it. We can call it full. Okay, and now we can add a sheet by clicking up here. And we'll rename this right away. We're just going to call this maybe straws and nodes. We fit both on here. Actually, straws. Yeah, we'll start with straws. It depends on how many nodes and straws. You can get 2 on one sheet. I don't want it to be cluttered. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to print these out, so make sure it's just easy to read. For mine, I think I'll get straws and nodes on here. And we're starting to call those joints, so a little less mathematical of a term. Okay, so we want to insert our, now here's where we're going to do something slightly different. Straws and nodes are cutlists, not assemblies. So we want to choose our composite parts from the cut list. Again, if you made your own composite parts, this won't work because you won't get your cut lists. So we want our right view. I'm going to just start with nodes here. Okay, there are our nodes. Probably want reinforcements too here, which we haven't shown. So you don't need any other views of nodes. We already have our views, but we do want the cut list. So what you do is right click, insert cut list for nodes, and we can put that maybe even over here. I don't have that many. If you've got lots of them, you might have to spread things out. We can move things around a little bit. Okay, you only need to label. This gets a little tricky to move. Okay, there, grab the corner. I'll need to label one of each. So this is where it gets a little different. Callouts use BOM table properties and cut list table properties. Maybe you can right click here, and no, there's no way to just jump right into it. So the callout has to be changed. So delete table item number, that's only for bill of materials. You could include it because it is listed in our bill of materials. You need to get the cut list item number. I don't really care about which bill of material table item is. It'll be too cluttery with too many numbers, but you could include that because it does have a number from the bill of material. But so we're going to add this here, cut list item number, and we can start with this one here. That is item number 1, and there are 2 of them. Item number 2, 2 of those. Oops, I don't need to click that. It's just popping up all over the place. Item number 3. And these, have I done this one yet? Is that the same? No, this is different. It has different notches. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all of them. I have all of them. There are 3 of item number 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 of item number 4. 1, 2. 2 of item number 2. 2 of item number 1. So inserting the straws. The straws has a slightly different cut list because, oh, the other thing that's missing here is our name. So we actually need to fix that before we move on. Not going to hurt anything. It didn't take that long to do, so just get rid of those. I forgot the name. We need to go back to our Part Studios, go back to our bridge side, and go to our cut list, and the name isn't here. So we need, no, shoot, never mind. Well, we don't need name because it's a node. Never mind. Go back. That was fine. Home, drawing 1. Let's see if we can go back forward on this. Maybe we can. Yes, we can. There we go. There is no name. They're all nodes. I forgot. If you'd like to add a name to this, note nodes. You can make it bigger. Size about 15. Oh, note. Am I not doing this right? I am not doing this right. It's not making it bigger. Oh, to highlight it. There we go. 15 is a little big. Gotta highlight it. 10. There we go. Okay. Nodes. All right, so let's add our straws. You get the idea here. I'm not going to go into too much more detail on how to do this, but insert from our composite parts, and we want to go to our bridge side straws, and we want to show the right view. Okay, and then we want to hit escape, right click, insert cut list, and now we're having more information. Here's where we don't need angle 1, angle 2. So we do need to go back. Oops. We need to go back. And unfortunately, you have to delete things if you change the cut list. So we're back to Part Studios, bridge side. We don't need these angles. So you can right click and hide that column and hide this column. That'll simplify that a little bit. So back to our home. Notice how having folders is really helpful. And right click. Oh, there's a good chance. We have to update the workspace before we can do that, I believe. So we want to click this. Any changes you make in the parts will get updated now when you click the yellow circle. And we choose, oops, right click, insert cut list for straws. Notice it's much smaller. It'll actually fit over here. And it has our lengths. So call out, cut list item number is already selected. There's 1, there's 2. That looks like item 3. We've got 4. What did I miss? Oh, item 3 is slightly longer. I guess this is this one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 1 are not the same length. Although the 3 and 2. Anyway, they're all slightly different. something I would have fixed in the sketch and made it easier to build. So straws, we can move this down, and we can do a title. We can move this up, move this down. We'll grab the corner to move it around. And that was so difficult. Let's see if I can copy paste it. No, maybe, no. We'll just do it again. I think I made it 15. Note size 15. Try to do that before I side 10. And there we go. And I gotta move my call out of the way so that I can see it. All right, that's not a great call out. Let's put it over there. Okay. And we can move all this down, really make some more room. Oops, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna move the corner, grab the corner to move the whole thing. There. Okay. Last you have reinforcements, and then I have another video on doing the node dimensions. So you want to look at that. Let's add our final reinforcements. I couldn't fit them on here, so we're going to rename that. Oh, and I almost forgot about cross bracings. Cross bracing as well. So rename that. I might be able to get that on reinforcement. Let's just try to get that on reinforcements and cross bracing. Maybe we can do this and bracing. But you get the idea. You can continue this. I'm going to end this video now.